What's up, everybody? I am Lance, and welcome to my second show, The Witching Hour.
Is there a spooky ghost here?
How you doing today? Today, we're going to check out a new channel called TrueInvestigator. The title is called 4 People Mysteriously Disappeared After Ghost Hunting, Leaving Haunting Footage Behind. Now, I'm really looking forward to this. I put this on my watch later list, I think the same day this came out. So this is about a month ago now. So I've been holding on this for a good minute. And today we're going to check it out. The last few videos, it wasn't too creepy or haunted. So I thought, let's get back to some scary stuff. Kind of like put some chills down our spines here. So let's check this out. Show love to TrueInvestigator. I'll leave the link down below for that channel. And yeah, let's get right into it. Here we go.
In 2005, a ghost hunting show called Paranormal Paranoids premiered, featuring a group of 4 people who captured the attention of the online community. They visited countless locations rumored to be haunted, recorded chilling moments, and shared them on their YouTube channel. However, one day, the most horrifying event occurred. After many episodes, all 4 members suddenly vanished without a trace, and all their videos were mysteriously deleted from YouTube. When some curious individuals investigated, they discovered strange details in the show that might be linked to the disappearance. What really happened to Paranormal Paranoids? Join us in uncovering this mysterious expedition and the haunting final footage. If you love eerie and unsolved mysteries, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you won't miss any thrilling content.
Before we get into it, my first thought was, could you imagine they have all this, suspense, what happened to them, and then right at the end they'll be like, oh, they just got mad at each other, they broke up, and they said, they all got mad and deleted all the footage. Something like that. It like some notorious 80s rock band inner fight or something like that, but within the ghost hunting community. Maybe something like that, but we'll see. That's my first instinct. They just got mad and just broke up and deleted all their footage. Something simple like that. Could you imagine?
In 2005,
I do have to say the name. What do you think about that name, Paranormal Paranoids? There's a lot of P's there. It doesn't really roll off the tongue. Maybe that's the reason why they disappeared. The ghosts didn't care for their name.
a group of 4 close friends, Riley Carter, Peter Dawson, David Miller, and Laura Evans, joined a reality show about ghost hunting called Paranormal Paranoids. They were young and passionate, eager to explore the unknown and unafraid to confront their fears. Initially, they were just college students fascinated by ghost stories and decided to document their ghost hunting trips with an old camcorder. But when their first videos were uploaded to YouTube, they unexpectedly gained thousands of views. Their authenticity and daring nature captivated viewers, and before long, the Paranormal Paranoids channel became one of the most famous ghost hunting channels on the platform. Paranormal Paranoids visited many infamous haunted locations across the United States and captured chilling footage. One such location was the abandoned Westwood Prison. In their video, the camera caught a dark figure standing still at the end of the hallway, but when they approached, it vanished. Then there was the Greystone Hotel, an old hotel abandoned since the 1930s, where an unsolved murder had taken place. While filming there, one of their EVP recorders picked up the whispered voice of a woman, even though they saw no one inside the building. Another eerie sight was the
That's great to have all these accounts and stuff like that. Is there any kind of footage? Can we see some footage? Like, can we actually hear that one audio? Is there any audio? Can we actually, because it's, as far as an editor standpoint, it's, the editing is really cute in this. Like all the keyframes, panning away and all that, and add the little beat roll clips and stuff like that. And that's cute. I actually like to see some of what happened, actual footage. It's nice to tell ghost stories, but can we actually see some footage? I'm just saying. I'm just asking. I don't think I'm asking for too much. Am I?
Rockwood House, a historic home with a dark past and a series of mysterious disappearances. In their video, as they entered an old bedroom, the camera was suddenly yanked and dropped to the floor, without anyone touching it.
It'd be nice
Each
if
of their
I saw
videos
that.
left behind unanswered questions. They recorded evidence so compelling that even skeptics felt a chill. On October 15, 2007, the Paranormal Paranoids team received a strange email from an anonymous account. The message contained only a few lines. "Come to the abandoned house in Deadwood, West Virginia. What you're looking for is here." The team was deeply intrigued and started researching the abandoned house in Deadwood, but they found no information about it. No articles, no rumors, not even ghost hunting forums mentioned the place. This only made them more curious. This was exactly what they had been searching for, an untouched mystery. Though they had some hesitation, after much discussion, Riley, Peter, David, and Laura decided to head to Deadwood on the night of October 20, 2007. But then, all four of them suddenly vanished after the trip. When police received the missing persons report for Riley, Peter, David, and Laura, they immediately launched an investigation. Search teams were deployed across the Deadwood area, scouring the forest. Drones were sent to survey from above, but no trace of the Paranormal Paranoids team was found.
I hate that name.
Their
so
car was
bad.
discovered locked, with no signs of damage. Inside, all their personal belongings, including wallets and phones, were left untouched.
What?
There was no evidence that they had left the car voluntarily. And the strangest part? No abandoned house was ever found there. Police then attempted to track down the sender of the mysterious email that invited them there, only to find that the account had been completely deleted, leaving no trace behind. What the hell happened? Where could they have gone?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know about all that. I don't know about that. Maybe. I have to, but you had me very intrigued, to say the least. When the hell did I do with that screen? Okay, here we go.
3 weeks after the Paranormal Paranoids team disappeared, a camcorder was found, lying alone deep in the dense forest, nearly 10 miles from where their car had been abandoned. When police examined the damaged camcorder, they discovered a 3-minute and 33-second video containing footage that deeply disturbed them. The video began with a violently shaking image. Riley, holding the camera, was breathing heavily. Darkness surrounded her, with only a flickering flashlight illuminating the decaying walls. They were inside an abandoned house. Peter, walking ahead, suddenly stopped and whispered that something was wrong. His voice trembled, and his eyes were locked onto the darkness at the end of the hallway. Laura pointed her flashlight forward, revealing writing scrawled all over the walls, as if someone had been carving them for decades. Twisted drawings, distorted faces, and wide, soulless eyes seemed to watch their every move. Suddenly, Peter collapsed, clutching his head. He gasped for breath, his eyes wide in terror, mumbling something incoherent. As Riley turned the camera toward him, the image distorted unnaturally, as if the lens were being warped by an unseen force. And then, in the center of the frame, a terrifying figure appeared, a face with no eyes, no mouth, just an endless black void. Laura screamed, but before her cry could finish, everything went dark. When the video resumed, Riley was in another room, but she was alone. A scream echoed. The camera fell to the ground, rolling a few times before stopping in a dark corner. Footsteps, frantic breathing, panicked screams filled the air. And then silence. The screen remained black for several minutes before abruptly stopping at 3:33. When police adjusted the brightness in the final moments of the video, they discovered something chilling. At 1 minute and 15 seconds, a mysterious man was standing outside the window, staring directly at the camera. but the low resolution made it impossible to make out his face or features. The only certainty was that it was a man. And that was the final footage recovered from Riley's camcorder. Police never found the cameras belonging to Peter, David, or Laura. Authorities spent months searching, following every possible lead, but they found nothing. Riley, Peter, David, and Laura had vanished without a trace. The mysterious disappearance of the Paranormal Paranoids team quickly became one of the most terrifying unsolved cases in the ghost hunting community. But the horror didn't stop there. Since that fateful night, a series of strange events began to unfold, making people believe even more that some invisible force had erased them from this world. At exactly 3:33 a.m., the night after the Paranormal Paranoids team arrived in Deadwood, all the videos on their YouTube channel mysteriously vanished. At first, followers assumed that maybe someone had hacked their account or that YouTube had accidentally deleted their channel due to a policy violation. But when some users tried to access the original links, they didn't see messages like video deleted or channel does not exist. Instead, they were met with a completely blank page, no errors, nothing. Those who had previously downloaded the videos reported that their files had become corrupted, unable to open, or if they did open, only displayed a long black screen. Some longtime fans of the group claimed they received strange messages shortly after the disappearance. These messages had no sender number, only displaying a string of meaningless characters. The texts were cryptic, but all carried the same warnings. They're still here. Do not search for them. Don't watch those videos. Even more disturbingly, many people received phone calls at exactly 3:33 a.m. And when they answered, all they heard was heavy breathing and incoherent mumbling. Some claimed they could hear Peter or Laura's voices, but they couldn't make out what they were saying. Just broken, unintelligible words. But the most terrifying part? When they tried calling back, the number simply did not exist. Before the team's videos disappeared, some fans had managed to take screenshots from their episodes, but upon closer inspection, strange things appeared in the images. In every picture of Riley, a bizarre shadowy figure could be seen behind her, humanoid in shape, but distorted, faceless. Most notably, in the last image uploaded before their disappearance, a faint reflection of a face could be seen in the camera lens. When zoomed in, it revealed a man with no eyes, no mouth. Who was this eerie figure that always stood behind Riley? And what really happened to them? Years after the ghost hunting team's mysterious disappearance, on May 20, 2021, a Twitter account named Jess surfaced. She shared memories of her favorite childhood ghost hunting show, which had been popular from 2005 to 2008, and expressed her lingering curiosity about the disappearance of its creators. After searching for clues
I've seen a lot of ghost hunting shows. I've never even heard of this. They were actually on TV. Look, even I've watched that Travel Channel. Sorry, I just had a sneeze attack just then. Always right in the middle of recording on, I want to have a sneeze attack. I never heard of this. Even with how Travel Channel has every kind of ghost, I never heard of it. Have you guys ever heard of, I hate this name so much, Paranormal Paranoids? That just sounds, say that 3 times fast. But I don't know. I kind of wish there was a little bit of, like, I know everything got scrubbed, right? But you're telling me, I don't know. What do you guys think so far about this? I don't know.
multiple times with no success, she had nearly given up, until she stumbled upon an old screenshot from an episode on her ancient computer. In the image, a faint dark figure appeared in the right corner. Though she had grown up and no longer believed in the supernatural, Jess still felt a chill when looking at it. She recalled how Paranormal Paranoids had vanished without a farewell, no goodbye video, no blog post, and all fan inquiries were met with silence. Determined to uncover the truth, Jess shared her story on Twitter, hoping someone could provide useful information about paranormal paranoids. 3 days later, an anonymous account named Noir commented on Jess's post. He claimed to be a fan of the show, particularly admiring Riley, a member of the group. Noir even had a video of Riley introducing herself. When Jess asked where he got it, he cryptically responded, "Find out for yourself." Noir then posted another vlog from the show that Jess didn't even remember ever being uploaded to the group's channel. In the video, Riley and Peter were playing a game, chatting about Mia, Riley's younger sister. Jess was shocked, as she had never known Riley had a sister. Noir then shared a screenshot of an old Reddit post Jess had written about the group, along with a cryptic caption, "It seems you're determined to find the truth." Below it, Noir uploaded another video of Riley playing the guitar, further unsettling Jess. He continued to send her private videos of the group and eerie drawings. Jess started to fear that Noir was some kind of obsessive stalker. She wanted to stop, but at the same time, she felt she was getting closer to the truth. The next day, Jess tweeted about a CD she had randomly found. She believed it contained episodes of Paranormal Paranoids that she had recorded years ago. Determined, she attempted to recover the files and began uploading the episodes to her YouTube channel, Jess the Paranoid. The first episode opened with footage of Riley and her team heading to Cuyahoga Falls Forest in Ohio. The scene then shifted to Riley, explaining why the group had chosen this location for their exploration. According to Riley, in 1994, a woman named Mary Talbert had taken her own life in the forest. Many theories surrounded her death, but to this day, no one knew the truth. After finishing the documentary segment, the four members roamed the forest to continue their investigation. Upon reviewing their footage later, they were shocked to discover that the camera had unintentionally captured a mysterious entity. It had been watching them the entire time since they entered the forest, and they believed it was the lingering spirit of Mary Talbert. A few days later, Jess posted another photo on Twitter to confirm that the show was real and had indeed been broadcast on YouTube in 2007. She also mentioned that she had some old program files stored on her computer, but they were severely corrupted and needed restoration. Among them was a file named Riley's Last Blog. Nearly a week later, Noir uploaded security camera footage showing 3 members of the Paranormal Paranoids team standing in front of a gas station. However, the footage only showed Peter, David, and Laura. Riley was nowhere to be seen. Jess immediately retweeted, questioning who Noir really was, where he had obtained these videos, and how he seemed to have such personal footage of the group.
Yeah, no kidding.
As before, Noir ignored Jess.
First of all, I'm finally, at least we're seeing some actual footage of these people. I'm kind of wondering if this is all like a facata story. You know what I'm saying? This is all, just for, ghost stories. So finally we're getting some kind of footage here. A little bit of footage. It's getting better.
His questions. Instead, he posted another video.
Someone who says she has really nice hair, that's a kind of a red flag. I'm a big fan. She has really nice hair. I bet it smells like cinnamon and nutmeg and eggs. And I'll be like, hey, okay. Yeah, she does have nice hair. That's kind of interesting. That's okay, sir.
And tagged her in it. In the video, Riley was sketching a portrait of a mysterious woman. She mentioned that this woman had been appearing in her dreams frequently. Though terrified, Jess refused to stop. She tweeted an update, announcing that she had successfully recovered the remaining episodes from the old CD. She also declared that she would soon upload them to her YouTube channel, emphasizing that she didn't care whether the videos were staged or not. What truly mattered to her was discovering what had happened to the Paranormal Paranoids team. The next episode Jess uploaded was titled Prison. The episode began with footage of Riley's team exploring an abandoned prison in Ohio. Riley explained that this place had been the site of violent riots and murders before it was left to decay. While investigating different floors, Peter stumbled upon mysterious letters written on a glass pane. Suddenly, a strange noise echoed from a nearby room. The team rushed to check, but there was nothing there. The group continued upstairs, where Riley explained that they were now in the solitary confinement area, which once held the most dangerous criminals of the 1930s. This section had an extremely tight security system, and many prisoners had attempted to escape, but failed. According to rumors, an inmate named Frank was shot dead by guards while trying to break out. As they continued their exploration, moving through the cold, desolate rooms, they unexpectedly discovered an old incinerator. Just then, a loud noise suddenly echoed, startling everyone. All eyes turned toward the sound, but no one could understand what had just happened. When asked, all 4 members insisted they had nothing to do with the mysterious noise, intensifying the eerie and tense atmosphere. Riley took the lead, walking down the dark hallway where the seemingly endless prison cells stretched on. Suddenly, she stopped, her gaze drawn to a specific cell. The abrupt silence and her deep, contemplative expression made the others uneasy. They called her name, trying to pull her back to reality. And then, without warning, the camera shut off, plunging everything into terrifying darkness. A few seconds later, Riley resumed speaking, her voice lower as she recounted the story of a prisoner who had set himself on fire inside his cell in the 1970s. Suddenly, another noise broke the eerie silence. But David quickly reassured everyone that he had simply tripped over something, easing the tension. After the episode aired, the online community quickly noticed strange details at the 3-minute 20-second mark. A name unexpectedly appeared on a glass panel. Strangely, it was the same name as Riley's younger sister, Mia. Even more unsettling, at the 14-minute mark, when the brightness was adjusted,
we actually got some footage? Okay.
A faint, shadowy figure appeared behind Riley, sending chills down viewers' spines. The next episode opened with the chilling story of a 16-year-old boy who was found dead in an abandoned shed deep in the woods during the summer of 1982. Police ruled it a suicide after discovering a razor blade and deep slashes on both of his wrists. By the time his body was found, it had
just an editing critique, True Investigator. I'm living for this background music. It's a little distracting. It's a little distracting to me when I have headphones on and I'm trying to get into this kind of maybe a little bit more sinister sounding music. This kind of like housey music, this is kind of throwing me off guard. Just a little bit. Just for an editing tip, maybe. There's that one called Asphyxia or whatever. That one, I use that a lot. It's a little bit more creepy. It's not so distracting away from the footage. Just FYI from an editing standpoint, sorry.
Already begun decomposing due to the sweltering heat, and no suicide note was ever recovered. News of the incident quickly spread, turning the shed into a secret hangout spot where local teens would gather to drink, smoke, and even experiment with drugs. Tragedy followed tragedy. A year later, the body of a 17-year-old was found there, the cause of death being a drug overdose. Over the following years, the location became the center of a series of mysterious deaths. By 1998, a total of 6 fatalities had been recorded. Since then, the locals had given it an ominous name, Suicide Shed. This episode didn't feature many dramatic moments.
I'm not laughing about that. I'm not laughing about that. That's never to do to delete your office. But just the name of it is just kind of generic, but I guess it makes its point. So I don't want to say that on you. So, YouTube,
The team spent most of their time wandering through the dark, dusty shed, coming across random objects covered in grime and meaningless scribbles on the walls. The next episode, titled Lincoln Elementary School, began with Riley, recounting a horrifying story that took place on a morning in 1976. At Lincoln Elementary, a teacher discovered the lifeless body of a janitor sprawled across the floor.
Jesus.
A mop impaled through his torso, with all his bones crushed. His mysterious death bore no signs of suicide, and police were unable to identify a culprit. Over time, the story morphed into an urban legend that haunted generations of students. Initially, Riley's team only planned to explore the school's exterior, but her relentless curiosity led her to pry open a door and step inside. Her daring act persuaded the rest of the team to follow her deeper into the building. Eventually, they descended into a basement that led to a room filled with pipes and electrical wiring. As they cautiously stepped inside, the door behind them suddenly slammed shut. The group was certain that none of them had touched it. A chilling sensation crept down their spines as they began to hear strange noises emanating from deep within the basement. Though afraid, the team was determined to press on and uncover the source of the mysterious sounds. As they carefully made their way down, they were shocked to discover that a generator was still functioning, an eerie anomaly in a school that had been abandoned for decades. As they stood there puzzled, a loud bang suddenly rang out, causing the group to jump. They frantically scanned the area, but saw nothing. However,
It could be a
David,
homeless person.
holding the camera, managed to capture something, a shadowy figure or an unidentified entity dashing past before the door slammed shut again. Without hesitation, the group bolted out of the building. The episode ended there. After Jess uploaded all the recovered episodes to YouTube, Noir resurfaced, fueling the fear by posting 2 images on Twitter. The first was a missing persons flyer featuring all 4 members of Paranormal Paranoids, listing their last known location as Shelby Oaks. The second was a photo of an abandoned shed with the same missing persons flyer pinned to its wall. Unexpectedly, Jess tweeted that someone had sent her a disturbing video titled Riley's Last Message. She strongly suspected Noir was behind it. The video showed Riley sitting motionless, her face filled with confusion and fear. She spoke about a constant sense of unease, how she always felt like she was being watched. The footage suddenly glitched, flashing between distorted images of Riley playing the guitar. Out of nowhere, a blood-curdling scream echoed from outside. Riley ran to open the door, but all she heard was the sound of footsteps rushing away. And then, the porch light abruptly went out. She quickly slammed the door shut. Moments later, relentless pounding shook the door as Riley, paralyzed with fear, grabbed something to defend herself. The pounding suddenly stopped, only to be followed by a brief glimpse of a man standing outside her window. After the video was posted, Jess and the online community were horrified. Countless questions emerged. What had happened to Riley? And who was the man in the final shot? When viewers enhanced the brightness of the footage, they made a terrifying discovery. At the 1-minute 15-second mark, something was outside the window, watching Riley. And its form was anything but human. After 2 weeks of silence,
First of all, I wouldn't have that if I had that kind of. You see that open ass window behind her? You think I would not even have that? I would have those blinds covered. I would not have that thing just wide open so I could have someone stare at me right behind me. No, you out of your mind, girl. You need to.
Jess suddenly uploaded a video to her YouTube channel, announcing that she was in Ohio and determined to uncover the truth behind Paranormal Paranoids.
Girl, you able to do this? Do you not have a job? You don't have any other. Like, really? You're able to just go out and just start looking for these folks? What do? You can, financially afford to do such things.
That was the last update from Jess, the final chapter in the Paranormal Paranoids mystery. The online community retraced every clue she had left, scouring videos, images, and even old posts related to Paranormal Paranoids. Some tried reaching out directly to Noir, the one person who seemed to know the most about the disappearance, but received no response.
Yeah,
Noir's Twitter account was abruptly deleted, and all the videos he had posted vanished without a trace. Over time, Jess's posts faded into obscurity, with no further updates from her. Had Jess found the truth but chosen to keep it hidden? Why had she, too, mysteriously disappeared? The disappearance of paranormal paranoids spawned countless theories. One of the most widely believed among paranormal enthusiasts was that the group had unknowingly awakened a supernatural entity. The abandoned house they entered that final night may not have existed in our world. It could have been a gateway between two realities.
I don't know about that.
When paranormal paranoids stepped inside, they no longer belonged to our world. And when they vanished, so did the house. The missing videos, the cryptic messages, the whispers, and the eerie images found in screenshots all could be signs that they were trapped in another dimension. A more grounded theory suggests that paranormal paranoids caught the attention of a dangerous group. The mysterious email invitation may have been a trap, and when the group arrived in Deadwood, they were abducted by someone. A remote town, abandoned buildings, and an unsettling atmosphere, all the perfect conditions for a premeditated crime. Perhaps they witnessed something they weren't supposed to see, or accidentally entered the territory of a secret cult that practiced disturbing rituals. Some believe that these individuals erased all traces of the group, including their YouTube videos, to cover up the truth. But if they were kidnapped, then why did Riley's camcorder contain such disturbing footage? Others speculate that paranormal paranoids became victims of an ancient curse. Deadwood doesn't exist on any maps. No one knows much about it, and those who have visited either disappeared or faced misfortune. This has led many to believe that the land itself is cursed, perhaps due to a past tragedy, a dark ritual, or a malevolent entity that doesn't want intruders. Maybe paranormal paranoids stepped into a place they were never meant to enter, and the price they paid was being erased from existence entirely. However, some believe the group's disappearance was nothing more than an elaborate publicity stunt that went too far. Paranormal Paranoids was already well known for its haunted location investigations, and it's possible they staged their disappearance to generate buzz. The group could have planned to go into hiding for a while, crafting an air of mystery to send their fans into a frenzy and spread the story like wildfire. As rumors of their mysterious disappearance spread online, some began to suspect that the entire ghost hunting show had been fake from the start. Instead, a bold new theory emerged. This could all be a viral marketing campaign for the upcoming horror film Shelby Oaks. Shelby Oaks, directed by Chris Stuckman, is a found-footage horror project about a ghost hunting team that mysteriously disappears. A plot that sounds eerily familiar. Just like Paranormal Paranoids, the film Shelby Oaks follows YouTubers passionate about investigating the paranormal, only to vanish without a trace, leaving behind chilling footage. This has led to speculation. Could the real-life disappearance of paranormal paranoids be part of an ambitious marketing strategy for the film? However, the filmmakers have never publicly confirmed or denied this theory. To this day, the disappearance of paranormal paranoids remains a mystery, leaving behind countless unanswered questions. Whether it was a horrifying truth or the ultimate staged performance, this case has captured the attention of thousands worldwide. What do you think about this bizarre disappearance?
First of all, Stuckman, if I remember, just last year, people were just on his ass about being a fake reviewer. He doesn't really put out good reviews because he's a shill and he gets paid by these people and he doesn't want to piss off the people he reviews, so he kind of gives half-ass reviews. This is what I've been hearing from last year about Stuckman. So, second of all, I never heard of this. Like it's not like I'm an avid follower of all these ghosts, but if they've been on reality, whatever it is, I think I would heard of them. Plus, these two guys that they have on there, they're attractive. I probably would have watched this because the two guys are kind of attractive, so I would probably definitely watched it. So, And I just don't see it. It's a good ghost story. I mean, it'll be creepy. It's creepy. It enters into another dimension now. Now having some creepers on the internet that Noir might be one of the people that I see a thumbnail that's kind of throwing me off guard here. Sorry. I can't look at it. It's so weird. Is this one of your videos, True Investigator? Cannibals of Tribes of Today? Just imagine what I have to look at. I wish I didn't have to look. Actually, let's just, I don't even want to look at this. Anyway, let's look at this stupid thing. Yeah, I just don't. I don't know. What, you have to let me know what you guys thought. I just kind of, it's a nice little ghost story. I got a couple little chills out of it. But as far as anything else, my only critique was use that song I can't even say it, Asphyxia. That's a nice creepy like background music. It's not so no, it won't be so too much. You don't want to overpower what your voice is. Other than that, this was fun. Let me know what you thought in the comments. And if you haven't heard of this channel, let me know. Maybe you've seen this channel on YouTube in the past. And I just overlooked it. Let me know. Maybe you heard a little bit more accounts of this. And maybe you can like say, hey, there's maybe some validity to this. I'll be more than happy to listen to that. So, but I'm kind of... So that's my opinion. I just kind of like, I don't know about all that, but it's a good ghost story. So let me know. Take care of yourself. Take care of each other. Peace.